Hey Princeton Tigers. Alright, so today we're going to be reviewing perfect squares as well as start talking about square roots. So a perfect square, in your guided notes at the top, a perfect square is a number that can be written as another number in that blank, put squared. A perfect square can be written as another number squared. So 16 is a perfect square because it can be written as 4 squared. Sorry, there's already says squared down here. So it can be written as 4 squared or 4 times 4. All right, so let's review some examples of perfect squared. I'll give you one example of a perfect square, and then you guys give me 2 more. So 121 is a perfect square because it equals 11 times 11. Now give me 3 more examples of perfect squares. Now let's go to non-examples of perfect square. A non-example of a perfect square is 8 because there is no number that you could multiply by itself to get to 8. So which of the following of these numbers are perfect squares? 64, 66, 49, or 21? 64 equals 8 times 8, so 64 is a perfect square. 66 cannot be written as anything times anything, so 66 is not a perfect square. 49 can be written as 7 times 7, so 49 is a perfect square. Can 21 be written as any number multiplied by itself? No, so it is not a perfect square. Go ahead and do this next problem on the right. All right, now that we have reviewed perfect squares, we are going to go into square roots. So the square root of a perfect square is the number. I know your blanks got kind of messed up on your paper, but fill this in. The number that you multiply by itself to get to the perfect square. So looking at these examples down here, and we talked about this briefly yesterday, you're going to ask yourself when you see the word square root, what number do I need to multiply by itself to get to 16? So 16 equals what number times what number? Right, 16 equals 4 times 4. So the square root of 16 is 4. Now let's look at the next one. What is the square root of 25? What number can we multiply by itself to get to 25? Right, 5. So the square root of 25 is 5. Looking at the next 2 examples, you have the square root of 36 and the square root of 49. This symbol right here is how you represent square root. What is the square root of 36? 6. What is the square root of 49? Go ahead and do that on your own. The correct answer is 7. We have 2 more problems for this video. For these 2 problems, is 71 a perfect square? No, it's not. So we don't know what number you can multiply by itself in order to get to 71. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to use a calculator, or you can even use your computer. And all you have to do is press the square root button. The square root looks like this. So you press the square root button, and then it'll come up with that sign and a parentheses. And then you want to add a closed parentheses. Let's see if I can type this out. So it'll look like this. And then you're going to type in 71, and then you'll type in closed parentheses. So you want to type that into your calculator. If you press equal, then it'll come up with the square root. So do that in your calculator. Another way you can do it is just by entering the words square root of 21, square root of 71 into Google. So you can type square root of 71. Try that for the next problem as well. All right, once you are done, you can go on and take a look at guided practice, but we're going to do that together. And so do the back of the page, which is multiplying squares and cubes, and then go on ST Math. Good luck.